What is going on, guys? We are back with another video. We got my buddy Bradley's Saleen up on the lift, and I actually convinced Bradley to make really poor financial decisions or really good financial decisions. I'm voting for good financial decisions. You guys can comment, see if you guys agree too. We actually took the old 2-valve supercharged engine out of this thing, and we dropped in a Terminator 4-valve, and we put a KB 2.8 on this thing, and we laid down 696 wheel horsepower. But there's one thing that we kind of knew was not gonna last very long. And that, my friends, is a transmission. This has a T45, not meant for 700 wheel horsepower, so we knew that was gonna go. And it started to make some noise, so we're gonna yank that thing out. Funny enough, this T56 here is actually the T56 that was originally mated to this Terminator engine, so it's only fitting that it gets married together with its partner. We got the whole setup. We got a spec 26 spline clutch disc to go with the spec clutch that's already there. We got a lethal 26 spline input shaft. We got a Cobra drive shaft, and we also have a Stifler's cross member there, and we got an MGW, and we got some work to do. So let's go ahead and rip this transmission out. We're gonna show you guys how to swap the 26 spline input shaft, because it's actually pretty easy. Let's get into it.
Our first step here is going to be taking the shift knob and the shifter arm off of the trans, and then we're going to get the car up in the air. I'm going to take the mid pipe off, I'm going to pull the drive shaft off, and I'm going to get the trans jack over there staged up underneath the trans. That way we can go ahead and start unbolting everything, start to lower it down, and then hopefully have this thing out relatively quickly.
Tightened the third bolt like really strong, so I went inside to get a drink and came back out. He's still struggling on the third bolt. He didn't even get it loose, so I had to
No, it wasn't that. I actually just couldn't even get to it.
So I got my 1/4 inch setup that I normally use on the third bolt. Usually breaks it right loose. Nope. I flexed the whole rig, so I had to get a 3/8 and shove it through over there. Put some force in it, we got it off. So not too big a deal. Now you got this all undone, nice. Yep. Bell housing bolts, and she's out.
Quick trip over to the old Harbor Freight. We got the what are we gonna
sander, buddy?
What are we gonna call that? We gotta come up with a name with it. That's the bell housing bolt removal 9000.
Yeah, this is all goes into the step process I've been trying to teach Bradley.
We've reached the cut it phase. We're armed and dangerous. We got the little bolt remover 9000. So what we're gonna do is get up in there. It's kind of hard to see because I don't have a light, but the top right side, or I guess passenger side bolt, is not budging, so we're gonna have to deal with that. But I think we can get this thing up in there and pretty much shave that bolt head down until there's nothing left, and then we'll have the T45 on its way out.
There's our bolt, and belt sanded that puppy off.
And we
got ourselves some separation.
We're loose.
We are loose, buddy. That was easier than we should have just, you know what? Dude, just sand off that top bolt, dude.
Dude, we should have just sanded off all of them.
Yeah, just sanded off all of them.
Make it a quick disconnect, you know what I'm saying? Holy crap. How fast is that? Hold up. You're getting a little ahead of yourself there, bud.
Well,
Calm down.
we were clear. I thought we were clear. This ain't no power glide, buddy.
Heck yeah.
Clear there.
Rest in pissed. You won't be missed.
Dude,
Get that junk out of here.
You didn't do too bad.
Honestly, dude, wow. Yeah, look at that. Hey.
Like, we knew that it was going to cut into it, but I mean,
That's pretty good considering the space and my lack
someone
of...
out there is going to be like, you hacked this car up. I can't believe you did that. But, like, dude, that bolt, like, it started to round off, and I said, dude,
screw that.
Like, let's cut it out. Yeah. And look at that. Trans out. Now, the question is...
That might suck a little bit.
No, it's got movement.
Oh, good.
So I think if we just get some pliers.
Vice grips or something, and
It's got a little wiggle.
Yep, I see that.
So I think that's gonna come out.
She hot? She's sharp.
Sharp.
Oh yeah, definitely got some wiggle for sure. So I think yeah, some vice grips or something on there, and we'll be
Yep. And then we're gonna pop
set.
this guy off, get the disc swapped out,
Yep.
and then we gotta swap the input shaft. But this definitely took longer than we thought. Cause,
Yeah, it's like dark outside.
Yeah. Well, we had to go to Lowe's, and Lowe's lied about the belt sander, so then we had to go to Harbor Freight, and
Well, they didn't lie. You just misread.
one of those.
Stuck on a dowel there, bud.
Yep. Come on, baby.
Whoa. Yo, the pilot bearing's a little chopped.
Bro.
I mean, she's a little
Dude, yeah, pilot bearing's smoked.
she's a little ovaled out. I wonder if that's my noise.
That's probably your noise right here. That's your.
Oh, whoa.
That's your noise, bro. Look at all your needle bearings.
Whoa.
Dude, I told you we should have done a pilot bearing.
Well, no, hold on, wait a second. That's crazy. Yeah, but you're gonna get blinded by the flash right now for this. You literally said, "Oh no, it'll be all right. We don't need one of those." Well, you just reuse it. It'll probably be fine. Okay. Well, you know that explains a couple things.
Yeah, look at this. Dude,
Nice.
is that even the needle bearing?
I don't know what that is. That's some junk there.
There's nothing left of your pilot.
No, it's disintegrated.
I think the up and down play is normal. This thing's fine. Normal.
$500. It can be yours.
Yep.
Perfectly good. Never grind. Never abused.
It's ported.
It's
just
ported?
ported. That's all.
Yeah, we didn't port this one with wires, unfortunately, like we did the blower, but
Yeah, that one's ported.
good core right here. Rebuilt. Hurst shifter. Come off. That'll be for sale.
We got the T45 out. This is the new T56. I think this is actually a low mileage unit.
Yeah, like 49,000 miles.
Yeah. So first step, we're just gonna pull the bell housing off. We're gonna show you just kind of step by step. This T56 input shaft stuff is really easy. I like that lethal shaft because it comes with a bearing on it, so you don't have to press the bearing off. That makes it easy. So like I said, first step, we're just gonna start with bell housing. And yours might already be off because, you know, if you're pulling your trans out, a lot of times it's easier to just pull the...
Right, because then you don't deal with stuff with like we just dealt with.
Yeah, you have really good access to all the bell housing bolts, so...
You know, I would have a pilot bearing if somebody didn't steal it from me. For a certain blue car that makes 1,000 horsepower.
I think I've supplied you with some other parts.
I know.
Well, see, actually, I got screwed because I got a cheap Chinese one in my 1,000+ horsepower car.
You're a victim.
And you're gonna get a Ford OEM one. It's honestly like annoying that Ford went away from the removable bells from the T5s because I feel like this is such a good feature, you know, that these have.
Nice.
I would just remove all the bolts on the inside. This is held in by these bolts and RTV, so you don't have to worry about a seal. You just clean it up good and RTV it up. Find a solution there in a sec. So I just have to go find a thinner wall, 15. Just weird stuff happens. Not a big deal. It comes right out. All right. Now, you're gonna want a pry bar and a rubber mallet and a little bit of aggression.
That came apart without the pry bar.
That's because I brought it over here.
That's
See, if
right.
I didn't bring it over here, definitely would have needed it.
You gotta threaten it, you know? This is where the black magic is.
Ooh, so scary. So there's a little race thing that might pop out here. So just keep an eye on that. If it pops out, put it back in it. But we're just gonna try to keep that, you know, happy over there. And where's the new unit? Right here. Bradley dropped it on the
I
concrete.
definitely did
earlier.
not drop it.
It could have been me. Who knows? So this guy. If you notice, they look exactly the same. This one being 26. See the little shim thing there? Don't play with the shifter, by the way. If you do that, things start falling out. Ask me how I know. Make sure that goes back in place. There's a little groove for that. If it does fall out, not a big deal.
Just make sure you put it back in, because you kind of need that.
Yeah. What that does, I don't know, brother. But you just gotta kind of work her partner into its resting place.
There we go.
That's it.
Cool, put it back together. We're done.
Clean this, and that's it. I know there's some talks about some shims, but in the past, I mean, I have had zero problems with just plop and swap.
We're basically transmission rebuilders now. Come on over to a
There's a lot of
ML
parts in
transmission
these things.
rebuild. You know, we'll get you right.
There's a lot of parts in these things.
We'll start by cutting your belt housing bolts off. We'll sand them off for you. We'll port your transmission for you, and then we'll pull her apart. We'll throw a nice fresh shaft in her, and you know you'll be.
Oh yeah, see, this is
You'll be
what I was
straight.
talking about. See this this race here? It can pop out.
Yep.
All you do is just put it back in. See, it was popping out a little bit. So, and this is just literally as easy as taking it apart. You put it back on.
Next morning, and we got a new pilot bearing, which means we got to pull the old one out. We did the old bread trick. That's all the needle bearings.
Whoa, those things are.
Yeah, a little smoked. So yeah, take a gander there.
Wow.
Yep, you got some metal seasoning for your bread. And
take a bite.
No.
How much? Comment down below. How much?
Couple thousand, bro.
Couple thousand?
Couple thousand.
Damn, them standards are high.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so you can see it pretty much disintegrated. I don't know if this one is original. I know we left this one in.
I know for a fact the transmission didn't go in crooked though, because we put it in.
Yeah, it
went.
It didn't look like this either.
Yeah.
So, and it didn't make noise until very recently.
It was probably damaged, honestly, before. You know,
Yeah, it just probably wasn't obvious. So we got a fresh Ford unit. That's right. We got a nicer part going in this thing than an El Chapo.
Yeah, I got a Chinese one in El Chapo.
He actually got mine.
Yeah.
So we'll get that put in there, and then we'll start reassembling this with the 26 spline disc and all that. But yeah, that's definitely not what you want your pilot bearing to look like. Not good. But we're fixing it.
We're doing this on a budget, really. So we had a Spec 3 Plus, and we are just swapping the disc to 26 spline. That's the old 10 spline. It's literally the exact same disc, everything. Reusing the pressure plate. Gonna plop it on here and get that trans back in. Balling on a budget.
That's
But
right.
this clutch is one of the best budget clutches there are
car
on
drives
this
great.
platform. I also noticed someone commented that like it was nice seeing us do this in parts, because I guess when I build a car now, I skip all the struggles and I put a twin disc, I put a Magnum in it, I build a motor. So like I feel like I just jump through the struggles.
Guys, you're welcome for me being broke. So I can't afford to do it all in one go. So you know, we're just balling. We're balling with what we got.
Balling like LeBron James on an Angel Reese budget.
It'd be nice to have kind of the full Cobra drivetrain in this thing.
You get a full rip.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to actually take it for a rip and not be worried about having a piece of glass underneath me. That's the only glass we got left is back there, which we'll address at some point, but not today, hopefully.
One of the cool things about doing a T56 is you can actually install the bell housing first. So it makes it a little bit easier pulling trans in and out, especially if you have long tube headers. This car doesn't have long tube headers, so not too big of a deal there, but still pretty nice. You don't have to deal with the dowels and the limited space. You can get access to the top bolts pretty easy. So there's like so many benefits to that.
Okay, clutch is in, starter's in, bell housing's on, and we made the quick change to the harness for the T56 style reverse light trigger. And which is on this side. On the T45 it's on the other side, but the nice thing is we don't need any of those plugs except for this one, which is the speed sensor, because we're not using any of the factory O2 sensors at all. So
we talked about reverse lockout and what we did. Essentially, this is kind of a pick or choose moment, what you want to do, but we don't have the wiring for the reverse lockout, and Bradley didn't order, there's a wire barn kit. So what we did is basically just gut the internals of the reverse lockout, so that way it can go in reverse easy. So it goes right in reverse. If you grab reverse instead of fifth, bud, I can't help you.
Yeah, but I probably got to actually try to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we kept the internals, so if he finds that it is an issue, then we can put that in and wire in the reverse lockout. On OG that I did a Magnum swap, I wired in the reverse lockout. On the race car that had a Magnum XL, I never wired it in. It didn't bother me, but it's really your preference. If we were doing a customer car, I would absolutely wire in the reverse lockout with the wire barn kit. But this is Bradley's car, and he can kind of choose if he wants it or not,
I don't really care.
So,
I think we'll be all right.
You'll find out.
To be fair, we're not really going for fifth at speed, other than just cruising.
Right,
so it's not
yeah, a little PSA, fourth gear, fifth and sixth are overdrive. So on these cars, grabbing fifth and laying back into it, especially a car with power and boost, I mean, you're just hurting your motor. So basically top of fourth, you're done. Don't be trying to chase down Lambos at 180 mile an hour.
Yeah, this ain't a freaking private airstrip.
Unless you set your car up for it, rear gear and stuff like that. But that fifth gear, I mean, you put so much load and heat on it, it's just not worth it.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's it.
And by then, you're already going felony speeds as it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think
fourth gear in this car carries out to 160. Of course, that's just by calculation. We haven't actually.
Yeah,
found
you got
out.
a 327 in the rear too. So yeah, T56 bolted in, no real drama there. Sometimes they plop right in real nice. Sometimes you just gotta get them as close to straight as possible and work them left to right in. This one we had to work a little bit in, but really smooth process. So the rest of it is cross member. We got the wiring already dealt with. We got to swap the rear pinion flange, which the way I'm going to do this, we'll just show on video. I know there's going to be someone like, you can't do it that way because you can't blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what I've done down and dirty, pop the nut off, pop the flange off, it's going to leak the fluid out, pop the new flange on, pop the nut on, and basically you just hit it with the impact until it hits, I got to look up I have a little torque wrench until the breakaway torque is not too much. The key is to not over torque it because there's a crush sleeve in there. If you over torque it and crush the crush sleeve more than it is, then your rear end will be messed up. It's a little bit of a shortcut way to do this, but it's worked well for me in the past. I did it on, I think, the Marauder, this Fox Body, various other cars. That seems to work out because we're not going to reset up this rear end just to swap the flange. This rear end's probably going to break anyway, so sorry, Bradley. We got one of these little breakaway torque tools. I believe you use these when you're building the rear end. I just want to get a baseline and see where it's at. I mean, it's got a little bit of play there as is before even loosening it, which is normal. And it looks like it takes about 10 to 16 to move it. Generally, that's within spec. Like I said, we're not doing this very scientific, but this gives me a baseline of where that is.
So we can pretty much match it.
Yeah, I mean, as best we can. Like I said, this is not the right way to do it, but this is probably how mechanics at the local mechanic shop have been doing it for years. So We're gonna pop this off. Sometimes they're nice and easy, and basically we pop the nut off there, and it comes right off. Sometimes we gotta hammer this thing off. So, you know.
Let's hope for the nice and easy, no hammer method. But
yep, and we got a new Cobra Pinion flange right from Ford. It was like
it's like $100.
$100.
Not bad.
I think the Ford Racing.
And it looks fresh, dude.
Yeah, it looks fresh.
This is really our last thing right here, is to get this dressed, and once that's on, well, that was easy.
Then we're just gonna let it do its drippy thing, and then you can see the differences here. I mean, very similar, just bigger.
Yep.
Is this stronger? I honestly don't know. I've never really seen one of these snap off, but you know, comment down below if you have. We just use the impact to get it in. Again, the idea here is to not re-crush the crush sleeve. So we just got it in there. It looks to me like it has the same play it did before. And then using this, it has a slight bit, but I think the spec is like 16 inch-pounds to get moving. So I think we're in the right ballpark here. And I mean, it spins nice and free still. You know, the wheels are still spinning really nice. So, and I think that back play is good. So I think we're good to move forward with that. Clean it up, drop a little bit of fluid in it. Probably take the stupid pointless weight bar off. I don't know why you still have that.
I don't know. Never touched it.
Yeah. Cool. Drive shaft and exhaust and
Put some fluid in the trans, and we'll be ready to party.
yeah, dude. A little 2-3 action. 1, 2, 3. Hear that sound? You think it's in neutral?
Think so.
Let me check. Ready?
Yeah, man. Fire it up. Are you in neutral?
Yeah.
We got a little bit of wheel spin.
You're in neutral, that's fine.
Okay, that's normal?
Well, that's how they kind of work. First gear. Second gear. Third gear. First movement under power with a T56. T56. There we go. Dang, 6-speed ripping.
Not ripping quite yet.
Not yet. You're just
Feeling her out a little bit.
get a little break-in miles on the clutch, right? Speedometer working. Nice. We gonna see if this thing works?
Dude, I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. I just want to drive it here for just a second.
Fifth gear. Sixth gear. Woo! Oh my God, every time you're on camera, dude.
It works. I feel fast. And that, my friends, is why we don't drive on really sketchy tires and ignore the fact that I can't get it in the gear. But that's why we put good tires on fast cars and not whatever bullcrap is on here. To be fair, the tires came with the wheels. I have tires. I have R2s to go pick up this week, but which should hopefully solve that problem.
T56 swapped, got her figured out, made some boost, some power. Felt pretty spicy on these not so great tires. So overall, I mean, it's a win. This is getting closer and closer to the Terminator swap. So if you got a good 0304 Cobra IRS, my boy might be looking soon. Because that 28 spline ain't
This guy
gonna be
really
doing
loves.
too happy.
This guy really loves spending my money.
Spending his money, dude. But yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure you hit the like button. As always, leave a comment down below, and see you guys in the next one. What you got there?
We're filming this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know how things like to escalate over here at the Mustang Lifestyle YouTube channel? Well, you see, I might have broke something if you saw the last video. It's in this car still, and this is the solution right here. I don't know.